On July 24th at King of the Table 7, Devon did something that Gennady wasn't able to do. He did something that Morozov or even Hermes Gasparini wasn't able to do. And that is to dominate Dave's arm and his hand right in the center in round 1. Unfortunately, due to Dave's series of losses, this match wouldn't boost Devon's rankings too much. But Dave easily pinned both Morozov and Gennady Quickvinia in the first rounds. He took Hermes Gasparini less than an inch from the pad in all of the 3 rounds. But against Devon, he was completely overwhelmed. Hook, top roll, press, domination everywhere and no king's move needed. So basically Devon has 2 weaknesses. Otherworldly strength like Levan Saginashvili and a fast explosive press, and that also needs to be combined with a top 5 level strength. Last couple of years have been total ups and downs for Devon. First, him suffering from pulmonary embolism was a big defeat. It looked like Devon may not be back at 100%, but fortunately for the fans, fortunately for Devon, he showed up stronger than ever before. Then his performance against Monster Michael Todd brought him back to the spotlight. But his loss against Levan questioned his number 2 spot. Then wins against Evgeny Prudnik and Sandris Sedis, but a nail-biting match loss against Gennady Quickvinia. And now we saw a dominant win against Dave Chaffee. Now keep in mind that everyone, including me, kept on saying that Hermes Gasparini is way too much for Devon Larratt. But after watching Dave's performance against Hermes and his performance against Devon, Devon looked the stronger man. And in the Hermes Gasparini match, Dave had basically a couple of weeks to prepare because he just had a war with Vitaly Lalatin. So he may not have been 100%. And he still gave a good fight, a better fight than this one to Hermes. And Devon showed more versatility while beating Dave than anyone else. He hooked him, he top rolled him, he kings moved him, he pressed him. Devon did everything with ease. So what is next for Devon Larratt? Now, Devon and all the arm wrestling fans have kind of accepted the fact that Devon cannot get over 300 pounds. And even if he does, it wouldn't be so good for him. It wouldn't result into a greater performance on the table. That is a good news for the super heavyweights because he cannot get big enough. But a bad news for the heavyweights because Devon can keep terrorizing the 115 kg class with his easy 25 pound weight cuts. First of all, I would like to see more left-handed matches from Devon. I think he has been experimenting with his giant pumpkin training for about 3+ years now, but looks like his left is also really good and he needs to accept more matches more seriously on his left arm. Matches like Corey West, Cody Spermerit, Hermes Gasparini, Alijan Muratov, Ivan Matyushenko, Tobias Sporong, maybe even Evgeny Prudnik, and more. So Devon's left arm can be really exciting. Next up, let's discuss what Devon himself said. He said first he's going to have a match against Gennady Quickvinia. The Denis match is kind of hanging somewhere. Looks like it is not going to happen this year, but Devon promised us that it will happen for sure. Then Devon also talked about Alexei Voevoda. He wants to have a legacy match against Voevoda. I don't think that match makes much sense right now, and I don't think any promoter is going to offer Devon this match because it is going to be one-sided in favor of Devon. I think Devon is just looking to collect a medal by beating some of the legends of arm wrestling. Then Jerry Caderet, this name keeps on coming. Whenever Devon says something or whenever Devon wins something, he mentions Jerry's name. This is what Devon said this time about Jerry Caderet. I will absolutely murder Jerry Caderet. I will murder him and he knows it. The dude is completely delusional. Dave has got a winning record against him. I've got a winning record against him. He can never beat me. He will never beat me. That guy will break his body if I stand against him. I will go frame to frame with that guy and I will break his big ugly arm. I will snap it right in front of everybody so you guys can cheer. Break his arm right off. Really, really strong words for Jerry from Devon. After that, I will say maybe, just maybe, Devon versus Hermes also makes sense for the reasons that we discussed earlier. And that match will be bigger than any of the Devon Larratt matches. Maybe as big as the Levan Saginashvili match. Even more hyped probably. Vitaly Lalatin. Now that's a good match. Dave beat Vitaly. and Devon destroyed Dave. Looks like Devon is stronger than Vitaly, but Devon himself admits that Vitaly's long arm and his long hand and his speed can possess a problem for Devon. Would love to see that match. Then Artyom Morozov. Looks like that match is going to be a close one as well. We would love to see that. Revaz Lutidze. Some people mentioned Revaz. I think his hand may be too much for Devon. If the match gets into a strap, he's tall enough to climb and press, but I think Devon can make it exciting based off endurance. It is easy to say that Devon is just a full-time arm wrestler, so he can take as many matches as he wants. And it is partially true as well. But being a full-time arm wrestler doesn't always mean that you always will have more time for arm wrestling compared with someone who has a 9 to 5 job. Because Devon also has to manage his travel, promotions, he gets invited everywhere, his own brand Armbet. So being a full-time arm wrestler is also going to be a tough job in the future unless you hire some managers who sort out half of the things for you. Let's read a couple of interesting comments. I think he's working all the way up to Levan again. He will give it one more go and hopefully no injury this time. This plan will change if he acquires any more losses along the way. That's just my guesses though. Still, Devon is yet to get one win over an elite super heavyweight on the right arm, and I think this is something that he would love to change. After that we have beats Gennady, then beats Denis. After that he goes for Jerry and beats him for number 1 in North America. Then it's Hermes and Revaz. If he can somehow beat them, he will go after Levant 2 again for number 1 in the world. I don't know if he can beat Hermes or Revaz, but it will be great pulls. Undoubtedly, Devon is a legend of the sport. He's a gem. He's an asset for the sport. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe.